Mataya, everyone. Give him a big round of applause. The inaugural Zuffa Boxing Cruiserweight Champion. Welcome, Jai. Next, coming to the stage, he's one of the boxing's most popular fighters, one half of the 2025 Fight of the Year, and a top welterweight contender. He has a record of 25-1 with 14 knockouts. Please welcome, he just landed all the way from across the pond in England, Conor the Destroyer Ben. Give him a big round of applause, a big warm welcome here to the United States, Conor Ben. And it only seems fitting as we sit here in Washington, D.C. to make a very special announcement and welcome our newest member of the Zuffa Boxing family. He comes from right here in Washington, D.C., a rising light heavyweight with an undefeated record of 10-0 with 7 knockouts. He'll be making his Zuffa Boxing debut very soon. Please welcome, fighting out of Headbangers Boxing Gym, Nasheed Smith to the stage. Welcome. Welcome on all fronts, Nasheed.
Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna start down there with you, Nasheed, just because we made the announcement. I hear your family down here making some noise. You've got Terrence Crawford here with you. Just take me through your emotions right now as you sit here in your home. You said you could run here to this stage from home. What's it like for you?
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to God, of course. Thank you to Allah. Thank you to Dana, Nick Khan. And yeah, man, I'm blessed to be here. You know, this is crazy. This is not only a testament to me, but a testament of somebody that was born and raised in this city. And you know, my team is behind me, my family's behind me, and I'm blessed. I'm happy to be here.
Well, welcome. We're happy to have you. Jai, I know you said you just landed. You've had a whirlwind, right? You were in Saudi, you were in Egypt, you just landed in Washington, D.C. Just take us through what life has been like since joining Zuffa Boxing.
Man, what's up, everyone? Good to be here also. Man, it's been an honor being a part of the Zuffa team. You know, they've handled everything very professionally and they've kept us very busy.
Yeah. How about for you, Conor? I know that you were just at Zuffa Boxing 7 in Bournemouth, England last week. Take us through this whirlwind for you, and now you're here in Washington, D.C., right in front of the South Lawn of the White House.
Oh yeah, no doubt it's been a crazy period, crazy season in my life. But more importantly, I'm excited to deliver exciting fights for you guys and hopefully have a next fight announcement soon, and hopefully I'll be here so I can entertain all the US audience and the Mexicans.
Speaking of that next fight, there's a lot of rumblings out there online about who that opponent might be. Obviously, Ryan Garcia is a name that's been thrown around. There's even been promo videos cut. What can you tell us about the potential of a fight with Ryan Garcia?
What can I tell you about Ryan? Yo soy más mexicano que ese cabrón. Yo estoy listo para un guerra. Esta pelea es para la raza.
What do you think? Have you talked to him?
I haven't spoke to him. He's gone missing. So all I need him to do is sign the contract and let's get the fight locked in so we can give everyone here one hell of a fight and a potential another fight of the year.
Very good. We look forward to that eventually happening. Jai, I asked the same question to you because Chris Billum-Smith, we were just talking backstage about what a fight that was at Zuffa Boxing 7. Potentially could be a future opponent for you. I'm sure you were watching.
Yeah, you know, it's a good fight. There's a couple of names floating around with my future opponent, but man, whoever Zuffa put in front of me, that's who I got to beat. You know what I mean? I'm ready for anyone. So.
What about the potential of a fight with David Benavidez? Is that something that's been discussed?
Man, I'd love that fight. You know, I've been chasing these unification fights for such a long time now, so to get one over the line would be awesome. But man, I'm just waiting. You know, it's that fight's easy to make on our side, so I don't know what the hold-up is on this.
That's boxing, right? Yeah. Well, that's why you signed with Zuffa Boxing. I have to imagine. What has been different since being here? And this question is for the two of you, and then Nasheed, I want to get to you on your future too. So particularly you, because you just won the cruiserweight title at the Meta Apex. I was there. You had all of your fans, your sisters, your whole family there. What has been different in terms of the business?
You know, things like this, you know, being at the White House, you know, these opportunities are crazy, and it sort of builds momentum to get these fights over the line. You know, I believe Zuffa's chasing, you know, looking to make statements. You know, they're looking to make a lot of noise in the boxing world. So, you know, I felt like I was a perfect fit.
Nasheed, I hear a shout out for you out there in the crowd. What have you been told about when we could potentially see you in the ring next?
All I can say is very soon, very soon. I'm excited. I know as soon as I get in there, as soon as you guys see me, y'all will understand. Anytime I get in the ring, it's explosive, it's fireworks. I love what I do. I love boxing in general. So, you know, y'all gonna see real soon.
I saw you backstage talking with, obviously, with Terrence Bud Crawford. Just describe your relationship and what he's done for you.
In all honesty, this was my first time really meeting him, but not even just what he's done for me, but what he's done for the sport,
yeah.
You know, in general. He's a great, of course, you know, he's a GOAT in my eyes and a lot of other people's eyes. And, you know, I was really just taking in the moment, you know, just talking to him, learning from him. He even told me a little bit of something.
What did he say?
I can't even tell you that.
Oh.
You know, I got to keep it a secret.
Fair enough, fair enough. When you look out at the fans here, could you have imagined, Conor, coming to Washington, D.C., sitting in front of the White House and experiencing anything like this?
No, I mean, it's pretty insane. It's pretty wild that the White House is just behind me. So, no, it's phenomenal. And when you look at what Zuffa do, what Dana's done for UFC and how it's one of the biggest sports in the world. So, you know, I'm excited to be part of the Zuffa team and the Zuffa family. The whole point is to make the biggest fights happen for the public. And I want to deliver. You know, so I just need that opportunity, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, you absolutely bring the action every time you're inside the ring. Your father is being inducted into the International Hall of Fame, Nigel Benn, the one and only. So is that this weekend?
It's literally today.
Yes.
So I'm devastated I can't be there, but also I'm really happy to be here. So, you know, my dad's a legend, not just in the ring, but out the ring. If I'm anything like my dad, if I'm achieve half of what my dad's achieved, I'll be a very happy man. He's my GOAT, he's my hero. You know, I adore him.
Jai, I know you have a very special relationship with your father as well. He's your trainer. Just take me through that dynamic. We have a lot of UFC fighters also who have fathers in the corner. What is that like?
Yeah, it's funny. You know, me and my dad have a funny relationship. You know, I'm sure everyone with their father has a different relationship, but you know, we've come from nothing. You know, we started this dream way back when, you know what I mean? I had my first fight at 8 years old, so to be now defending and fighting for world titles with him in my corner, it's a special journey, man, and it's one that's not over as well.
Nasheed, you have your father here. I know in doing a little research on you that you actually started by watching the UFC, right? Did you do Taekwondo back in the day when you were a boy? Take us through the transition from Taekwondo, watching the UFC, to becoming a world-class boxer.
Oh man, it was crazy. When I was younger, I did Taekwondo. I was a 2-time national champion in that. I've done a little bit of other combat sports, as in like Kung Fu. My dad taught me how to wrestle a little bit. He was 2-time state champion in that. And I seen UFC on TV, and of course, I was interested. It was crazy. And I just decided that was something that I wanted to do. So I knew, you know, I had my feet. I knew how to wrestle a little bit. I just knew I needed my hands to, you know, to really get together. And I got into boxing. I told my dad that's what I wanted to do. We found my gym, the Headbangers Boxing Gym, you know. And after that, the rest is history. I really fell in love with the sport, and now I'm here. Look at what boxing has done for me.
Most definitely. Do you still watch the UFC?
For sure.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. We were talking backstage, and Jai and Conor were kind of like, no, we don't really watch boxing. You know, we watch occasionally, but we box for a living, right? Nasheed's like, you guys don't watch boxing? Do you watch UFC?
Yeah, I watch it every now and then. You know, I feel like these fights that are on this fight night, man, are some good cards.
How about you, Connor?
I mean, I watch like series. You know, I don't really watch sport as a whole. I like some fighters. I'll tune in for some fighters. I tune in for Jai, and I'm going to tune in for him. But yeah, I don't really watch much combat sport.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't even watch sport really. I don't follow football that much.
You're not alone. It's interesting. A lot of UFC fighters, we sit in these fighter meetings, right? And we do it also with boxing. And many do not watch tape, even of their opponents, which I find so fascinating. Do you watch tape?
Sometimes I like watching some of the old fighters, the old school fighters,
Yeah.
as Jai said earlier. You watch them to learn the old school antics because the old school is the new school. You can't beat the old school. You know, so for me, nah, I watch series, I like watching movies.
Yeah.
In my free time, yeah. Take my mind off of everything.
Nasheed, who was your favorite boxer growing up?
My favorite boxer growing up, and it still is my favorite boxer of all time, was always Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
He just the go-to me, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like he was the peak of what a boxer should be. Inside the ring, doing this thing, outside the ring, very
A
charismatic.
true gentleman, too. Wait, how about you, Connor?
I'm
Favorite
gonna
boxer?
have to go with my dad.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
you know, I love my dad's ferocity, his intensity, his aggression, and he was just entertaining and he was vulnerable in there. Now, aside from my dad, I'd have to go Miguel Cotto,
Yeah.
Arturo Gatti. Those are my go-to.
How about you, Jai?
Oh man, it's a hard question. You know, I watch a lot of fighters. You know, I learn off a lot of fighters. It's hard to put my finger on one fighter, but you know, I'm more of a, you know, I watch him for his jab or him for his feet work or, you know, him for his defense. So it's just it's a hard one to answer.
Who do you think your style the most resembles?
I think I have my own style. You know, I feel like I've sort of picked things that I've liked of fighters and I've respected of fighters, and I've added it to my own game.
Nasheed, how about you? For fans who haven't seen you box, how would you describe your style?
It's kind of hard to really describe, but I think I created a style of my own, not with, you know, just myself, but with the help of my team as well. You know, my coaches have done a really good job at shaping and molding me to really become who I am. I guess the best way I can explain it is just keep watching.
Yeah. Connor, you always bring the action. You are such a fun fighter to watch. How would you describe your style to fight fans?
I would just say aggressive. I like giving people value for money. I like delivering entertainment. You know, I'd rather lose an exciting fight than win a boring fight, because for me it's like, well, then did you even win? You know, for me, I want people to go, cool, I want to watch Ben fight next. I want to watch Conor fight this guy. I want to watch him. You know, relevant win, lose or draw, I fight with my heart on my sleeve and I put it all on the line every time. And I think the public deserve that. You know, they work hard, they pay money to watch me fight. The least I can do is give them entertainment for 36 minutes.
Jai, Alexander Volkanovski was up here doing a little Cooking with Volk episode. You're from Australia, have you two met or had any interaction?
No, we haven't yet. You
Okay,
know,
where
our
is
teams
Alex?
have
We need to
kept
get
in
him up
touch.
here to introduce you.
Nah, all good. He's Volk flies our flag, you know, very proudly. You know, he's a great representation. So, you know, shout out to Volk.
How long are you staying in DC, guys? What's the plan? I know you just flew in literally today, right?
Landed last night and then I'm off on Sunday. So just a quick in and out.
How about you, Connor? You sticking around? Are you going to go see your dad in New York?
No, he'll be gone after, I think he goes back on Monday and I fly back on Monday myself. You know, so I might have to have a quick visit to Sydney before I start camp. But in fact, he's coming over from Sydney to join me in camp like he always does. You know, a good 8-9 weeks, make up for the lost time.
You mentioned an 8-9 weeks camp. So does that mean you're starting camp right when you get back and we should expect to see you?
Oh no, I'm still a little bit far out.
Okay.
I mean, I'm always there or thereabouts in shape.
Yeah.
I stay in shape out of training. All I need is 8 weeks to get ready. I need 8 weeks for anyone.
What's your favorite part of training, Nasheed? What makes you tick when you walk into the gym?
Honestly, I love everything about training. I just love boxing in general. When I walk in the gym, my energy is different. The smell of the gym, seeing my teammates, my coaches, you know, it's like a family in there to me. my coaches are like father figures, you know. I got about 5 or 6 of them. So for me, everything.
How about for you, Jai? When does that, I often ask this question because whether it's a UFC fighter or a boxer walking to the octagon or the ring, there's a moment when a switch flips for every fighter. Some it's back in the room when they're hitting the pads, some it's on the way to the arena. What is it for you?
Man, pretty much as soon as that contract's signed, you know, we go in the fight camp and we just sort of head down and just, we've got a job to do. You know, we got a lot on the line every time we step in the ring. You know, I still got goals to kick, you know, and if I fall short once, bro, it's all gone. You know what I mean? There's not many opportunities out there from coming from where I come from, you know, down in our neck of the woods. So we've got to be on the ball every time, man. So, you know, it's a struggle keeping the flick off, if I'm being completely honest.
You mentioned back home the Samoan culture. What do you want to say to the fans?
Yeah, the Samoan culture, the Australian culture, man. You know, this is for us. You know, I've got a lot riding down here, bro. There's not many people up here representing. So, but I thought every time I step in the ring, you know, I'll fly both flags.
Connor, have you had any interaction with UFC fighters? Have you ever trained with anyone back home? There's several from the UK.
I've met Darren Till a few times. He's a cool guy. And when I got in the octagon with him, I went to him, I bet you can't take me down in like 30 seconds. He got me down within about 5 seconds, yeah. But no, apart from that...
that's not the guy to challenge for that.
Yeah, I know, he took me down, like, it was scary. Yeah. I was like, yeah, there's no way he's going to get me down within 30 seconds, but he did, yeah. So, more for me.
Nishid, have you ever done any training with UFC fighters?
I actually haven't. I mean, of course, I feel like I want to. I just want to see, like, you know, experience of kind of, like how you said, they could take me down, anything. I'm pretty sure they can. Like,
no, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah, they will, 100%. Like, that's what I thought. Don't kid yourself. They'll get you down.
You know, he's setting up a challenge right now. A lot of UFC fighters work with boxers to help, obviously, their boxing technique. So you'll probably be getting some calls here now very soon. I just want to ask you...
Tell them come down to the gym, man.
All right.
We already in DC anyway.
There you go. I like it. Anyone who's here and hears that, call out, head over to the gym. We are going to let you go. I just have 1 or 2 more questions for you guys, and then we'll let you get on your way to enjoying. Does anyone in the crowd have a question? I hear, when are you fighting Garcia?
When am I fighting Garcia? When he finds his pen, and whenever he comes out from wherever he's hiding, he can get the smoke, no problem. Para la raza, cabrón.
I love it.
I love him, man. I love him. No, it's all love around here. It's all love.
We've got a pretty insane crowd out here for you guys. I love it. Just lastly, before I let you go, you've talked about the future. For you, Jai, I know the ultimate goal is to be undisputed. What drives you, and how soon do you see yourself achieving that?
Yeah, I actually had a good sit down with some of the team today. You know, we're hoping to make that dream possible by the end of the year. You know, we got that's a perfect plan. But you know, early next year would be good. But undisputed is what I want. You know, any of these other, you know, belt holders want it, but I'm telling you, it's an easy fight to make. All they got to do is reach out.
Connor, goals for the rest of the year for you. Now that you are a part of Zuffa Boxing, you've had your first fight under the belt, under your belt with the banner.
Yeah, I mean, the goal for me is to get the WBC World Title. It's a belt that I've dreamed of achieving since I was a kid. It's the belt my dad won. That belt's mine. And Ryan, I'm taking it. And there's nothing you can do about it, bro.
I like it. Nishid, as you are the newest signing with Zuffa Boxing, what goals do you have set for yourself ahead this year?
Really, just to get as many fights in as I can. I like to be very active. And so as soon as I get that call, I'll be ready.
Well, thank you so much, all of you, for taking the time, flying all the way from Australia, from the UK, and from running just a couple blocks down to the UFC Freedom 250 Fan Fest. Thank you to all of the fans who are here today. We have so much more on tap for you. Stay tuned. Laura Sanko will be joining the stage in just a moment. Thank you all.